What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I have a RTX 4090 from Asus. This is the Strix edition, and I know it looks really beautiful, especially in the white colorway, but I don't care because we're gonna water block it today, and we're gonna be using something a little bit different. I really haven't seen a lot of people water cool this card with an Optimus water block, so that's what we're gonna do. Optimus sent out their CPU block and a GPU block, which we're doing a project on the personal build, and I thought, why not? Let's water block it and record it and basically show everybody what an Optimus water block looks like. So you guys are already familiar with the 4090 Strix. It's right here, no different than the black one. It's just in a white colorway. We're gonna disassemble this guy, and we are gonna go ahead and put that card into this water block. It looks really nice. This is a ceramic nickel finish, and yeah, you can tell it's got a clear terminal. Very heavy. This is a very heavy block. There is no RGB lighting on this. It is pretty much strictly just the water block, which is really nice, especially for a lot of people that really don't care about that RGB fanciness. And you know, let's be quite clear. We're gonna lose some FPS with no RGB now, but this is the water block. We're gonna water block this, and we're gonna pretty much water block the card. And they also provided a backplate with this, so you don't need to purchase the backplate separately. It comes with the package, and you can see right here again in that silver colorway. I kind of think this is like satin. It looks like satin, but they call it silver, and pretty much nothing really too crazy. It says Optimus 4090 Strix at the bottom. And then you have, I think, a bunch of thermal, or these are pre-cut thermal paste. And yeah, this is actually a whole thermal pad right underneath. So yeah, we're gonna basically see how you do this. Very excited in seeing what this is gonna come out to. But anyway, let's go ahead and start doing that. So first thing what we need to do is we need to disassemble the RTX 4090 Strix and get it bare bone. And then we could go ahead and apply the water block. And I'm wondering, did they send us some things over here? Okay, so what else did they send us? They sent us some Allen wrenches, some screws, pre-cut thermal pads right over here, and some thermal paste and a spatula with some stop fittings. And guess what? The thermal paste is from Kingpin, so pretty good, very high quality thermal paste. It is pretty pricey, so I'm really glad they actually included something like that within the package. All right, let's go ahead and set this up. And also they give you this nice brochure or card instruction manual on how to install this and how to get this going. So let's go ahead and start. We're gonna go ahead and put everything back in, and let's get this thing going. We're in business. Gonna place the screw somewhere safely, because at the end, when we are finished water blocking the GPU, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back to what it was, just for warranty purposes or anything like that. But we all know the 5090s are coming out very soon. So now we have one more screw left, which is this guy here, and we can start take off the backplate. And there you go, backplate is off. Two of the thermal pads are actually on the GPU, which we're gonna take off. Which way does it go? It goes like this. So that means this thermal pad here needs to come over here. I like to place these back on its backplate, just so when I put the GPU's stock cooler on, we're gonna, you know, we're not gonna have an issue with this. All right, so we got the backplate off. Cool, we're almost there, guys. So I'll put that aside, and now let's focus on the rest of the GPU. So again, at the end, I will put everything back together, just so that way when I want to put this card back with its cooler, whether I'm going to sell it, trade it in, or just keep it and just hang it on the shelf, we'll be able to do that. So let's get these now, the GPU die springs, off, because this is what pretty much holds the GPU to the rest of the cooler. I'm gonna take this apart, and this one has a sticker, but We got that one. And last but not least, we have this one. Cool. So now, let's take these off. Little captive port caps. Oh, and we're supposed to, I think, yeah, we're supposed to take the IO bracket off, the shield bracket. Let's take these off too, because it needs to come off. It needs to come off for us to install the GPU block. And there we go. All right, so we have the GPU block almost ready. So this card is attached to 2 fans. So we gotta make sure as we're pulling this, first of all, we gotta do gently. We don't wanna rip the thing out, but just making sure all the rest of the screws are off. Now we can go ahead and pry it off. You don't wanna use too much force. And then remember that we have 2 fans connected to the actual PCB. So let's take these fans, 1 fan off, 2, and then we have actually 3. I totally forgot there's 3 fans that we have. And then we gotta take that one and pull it off. There you go. All right, so we got some alcohol now. We're gonna go ahead and clean off the dye, any of that residuals, because we don't want to mix that with our new thermal paste. So we're gonna get this as shiny as possible, people. We're gonna make sure we do this the right way. And I have a little Ziploc, little tiny Ziploc bag to throw away the remaining Q-tips that are infected. And then we are good to start. Making sure I just get any thermal paste around the die. Even though thermal paste won't really damage the GPU, we're just gonna make sure it is clean and shiny. All right, so we have the GPU die all cleaned up and ready for new thermal paste. And also, since we're here, let's go ahead and clean off the capacitors or these little memory chips here, because I see some thermal pad residue on here. We're gonna clean that stuff as well. Okay, so we have that taken care of. Let's go ahead and put the bracket back on, because I have a feeling that that's what it's actually gonna make us do. And which way does this go? Let's see. No, goes like this, right? Yep. All right, sweet. So let's go ahead and put these back on. Okay, last one, and we have remaining 3 more that I think when they set up the cooler with this, the stock cooler, because it has more screw holes to attach to a fully sized cooler like that, yeah, I need those extra 3. But once you take off the cooler, you only need 5. So okay, we got the bracket back on. Now let's look at the instructions, because I've never done this before, so we got to figure out how to do this. So step 1, install PCB on backplate. The Optimus block requires the backplate to be first. Okay, so place backplate flat on table, thermal pad facing up, gently place PCB into backplate and lining holes. Install 3 backplate screws, the yellow ones tighten. Okay, so I'm assuming making sure all the holes are aligned. Align yourself, my friend. Align yourself, my friend. Okay, looks like it's aligned. All right, so now it says we need to hook up the 3 yellow screws. Yellow screws. Did they give us any yellow screws? Which ones are the yellow screws? 4mm. So it seems like it's the short ones, like these. Okay. And then they have a little Allen wrench that they gave us. So the first one is going to be the top one, which is up here. Let's see if I'm going to have any issues with this one. Okay. Seems like that one's in. We're not going to tighten it so much because we are going to actually need it. Let's just take all of them out. And then we got one at the top one, which is going to be that guy right here. Such a small Allen wrench. Okay. Then we got one more guy, which is going to be right here, second to last. All right. Tighten it, and last, tighten it. Oh, this one was not tightened. There you go. All right, so we have the back plate on. Okay, we have a back plate, guys. We're moving along. We are moving along. Now, okay, let's see. Gently place the busy install through the tongue using the Allen wrench. Okay, it's fully compressed. All right, now it says apply pads and paste. Okay, so we have the pads here. They're already pre-cut, so that's good. And let's see if these pads will just come out. They're all together. Come on. It's a thermal pad itself. All right, let's get these guys out. Okay. I love me some pre-cut pads. I love me some pre-cut thermal pads. All right, so we got one, and then the last guy over here, he doesn't want to come out, but I'll get him out. Okay, so we got all of them out. Okay, so we just place them, I guess, on. So, for example, this here, yep, so that one definitely has another piece of plastic on it, or protective film. I'm gonna go ahead and just cover the memory with this. Okay, we got one there. Now, these little tiny ones are like the most difficult one, even with an EK water block. For some reason, these little chips here is like really difficult to get, but nonetheless, we got it. Now we need one on that side and one more for the memory, and that's pretty much it. All right, last but not least, because we have found the victim. Oh, almost had disaster, people. Boom. There you go. All right, let's just make sure we got all of them correct. So we have one right here. We got one on the memory, one on the memory, one on the memory, one bottom memory, and one there, which gives us all of them. Okay, so now it says apply. Okay, so we got to apply paste now. All right, let's put some kingpin on this boy. Put some kingpin, my favorite part. We're gonna do we're gonna actually spread it. You can never have too much thermal paste, ladies and gentlemen, especially the kingpin thermal paste. Spatula. Whee, look at that, look at that. It's crazy how. Make sure we get a good spread. Who else spreads them? Spread them, ladies and gentlemen, spread them. Now it's okay if this gets anywhere outside the die, and it's totally fine. Want to make sure we actually get every nook and cranny. All right, so let's remove this Optimus sticker, and now essentially what we can do is just drop it on there. Let's move this a little bit forward. Oh, okay, I see. So we're gonna put the water block acrylic side down, top of the water block blocks. Okay, room allow GPU hang off, which I think should be on this side, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Yep, that is the front. And then now place this PCB and GPU. Let's go ahead and let's see how this. Let me get it down. Let's bring it a little bit forward for the camera. Okay, making sure they're all still on there. And the camera's on. And we are going in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, making sure all the holes are aligned. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, we're not too sure. We're gonna find out. So we're gonna put the red ones at the top. What's the red ones? They're the really long ones, right? Let's see. Yeah, so the red ones. So the red ones are gonna go to the top. So let's see if we got one of these right, okay? Let's see. So this one comes with a star, which is this one. And let's see if this one, oh, they have a little problem. I don't think I'm getting any contact with the screw hole. There you go. Let's see. No. There you go. All right, we're not gonna tighten it so much because I don't want it to be one side locked. Okay, so now what we gotta do is we put this one in. Okay, we got one in. Now we're, oh, did I put the right one even? Uh-oh, did I put the right one? We're learning together. It's my first time doing this water block. Give me some break. All right, so yeah, that was the long one. We were right the first time. Let's actually go ahead and put in this one so we can bring some force down on it. And then get that one. Okay, that one went in. Okay, we need another long one. Another long one. Another long one. Which one is the long one? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is the long one. Okay, so we need one right here. Okay, and then we need another long one. This one is the long one. It says that we're supposed to have one more, but and then this one, I think that one is actually the long one. Yep. And then the rest will go for the other guys. Okay, now let's go ahead and do these 14mm ones. I am feeling screwed up. Yikes. Then we got the final. The season finale premieres this Friday. Yikes. Now we're gonna go around, just make sure everything is tightened, so that way all right. And there you go. We have an Optimus 4090 water block installed on the RTX 4090 Strix. This is pretty cool, man. I like it. It is definitely going to add some heft to it, but I think this looks really nice, especially if you're doing, like, let's say you're doing a satin build or like a white build. I think it's going to look pretty dope. Remove the little protective film over the acrylic, and here it is, clear channel way. You got 2 ins, 2 outs, and then pretty much this is your water block. All right, now we got to clean up everything, but I wanted to just make this video and just show you guys an Optimus water block installation on the 4090. Definitely, I like this. This is actually a really nice water block. Check them out. They make some really nice products, and CPU blocks, GPU blocks, Optimus has it for you. As always, guys, much appreciated. Thank you very much for stopping by today, watching this video of the RTX 4090 installation. And stay tuned, because we got a personal build, actually 2 personal builds, one when I get back from CES and one before CES. So make sure you guys stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, follow for more content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.